Hello. Today we're going to learn about hypotenuse leg congruency theorem. So right now we've learned angle, side, 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 and angle, side congruency theorems for triangles. And we learned that we are not allowed angle, or side, angle. That these do not always generate congruent triangles for us. But we do have a special case for this one, and that's a case when we have right triangles. So if I have a right triangle, another right triangle, let's call it CAT and DOG. So I have two right triangles. If I know the hypotenuse are corresponding and congruent, and I have a leg, now it could be either leg, this one or this one, then I have a congruency theorem of hypotenuse leg congruence. This only works for right triangles. Notice that it makes side, angle, but it will only be true if that triangle is a right triangle. Now because I need that condition, it makes it so that I must state that, let me write that, must state that you have right triangles, not that the right angles are congruent. So it's a little different step than we used in these up here. So let's do our first problem and you'll see what I'm talking about. Step one, I'm going to write my given. HT is congruent to TV, and as soon as I read it, I'm going to mark my diagram. HT, TV. Okay, those are two hypotenuse. And I'm also given that TI is perpendicular to HV. So TI is perpendicular to HV. And this is given. Then I'm going to use what I always do given perpendicular lines, and that is that angle HIT and angle VIT are right angles. And that is because perpendicular lines form right angles. And we did this in our other packets. But now statement 3 is going to vary a little. In fact, maybe I'll hold that off for a moment. I've addressed my two given. I'm going to look at this and say, oh, I have reflexive property here. So let me write that. IT is congruent to IT, and that is reflexive property of equality. Now I look at it and I go, okay, I have side, angle, but oh gosh, I'm not allowed side, angle. But I am allowed hypotenuse leg, and in order to use hypotenuse leg, I must state that I have right triangles. So that will be my next step. Triangle TIH and triangle TIV are right triangles. And that is because right triangles have right angles. So now I have enough information to say triangle TIH is congruent to triangle TIV, and that is hypotenuse leg congruence. And I'm going to do my steps. So first of all, for hypotenuse leg, I need right triangles. I need the leg and the hypotenuse. So here's a leg, that's step 3, and the hypotenuse was up in the given. And you could write those steps in any order that you want. So let me give you a minute to try number 2.